Hey guys, what's up? It's Mufatala. Today I'm gonna do like the hack the box. We already did it the first one. Now we have some several module. Like let's see how can we go inside the root. So here come the like I'm in the hack the box. So if you go over the hack the box sign in, you will see this type of page. So first you have to start point. So as you go over there, you see the learn the basic penetration testing. We already done. That's why it's 20%. The first one it was in Meow, the Fawn. I never did this Fawn before, so we can do it together. Okay. So first one, we have to connect the starting point VPN before start the machine. So we need to connect the VPN. How can you do that? So we go to the terminal. Now you see this is the pound sign. That means I'm in the root. If you are not in the root, you can use the sudo command. So as I am in the root, like how I know I'm in the root and pwd. So I see I'm in here in the root. So as I root, I can easily do anything I want. So now I put like a open VPN. Then I put the now. Oh, before I do that, I have to see what is inside of me. It has document download everything. So I'm going to download. It was in my download file. So I go download ls. You see there's a starting point VPN OPP. So I'm gonna open VPN str starting off VPN. Now the open VPN is completed. So I'm using their I'm connected with the now you see it says the red it's a green one. So I'm starting I can use that. So now click the spawn machine. The spawn machine is like your target machine, so it takes a little bit time after I click the spawn machine. Great. So our target machine's IP address is 10.129.66.176. Perfect. So we're done. So now this is our main work. So if there's only, I think it's 9 ducks. Yeah, there's only 9 ducks. So first one, we just connect to the VPN. Now we're getting the target machine IP. So now this is our main ducks. What does the 3 letters acronym FTP stand for? What is the FTP? That's why I'm talking like for the cybersecurity engineer or whatever you do, you don't need to memorize a lot of stuff. You can just Google it. But I know FTP means, I mean, you should know as a cybersecurity engineer. Does FTP is a file transfer protocol. So file transfer protocol. So you should know, like, but if you don't know, it's really fine. You can just Google it because everything is online. You don't have to like use your brain and stuff. File transfer protocol. I don't know what is the call. COL. Okay, protocol. Okay. Submit. Wow. TRANS. I'm missing N. Yeah, this transfer protocol. Yeah, that's perfect. So next task is like what is the communication model that FTP use, architecturally speaking. Okay, so for that one, the FTP use the client server model. What is the client server model? Typically, you have one remote host. You have a remote host. Then there is a machine which is acting like a server, right? And they are communicate between each other. They try to communicate each other with this. I mean, that's the way they communicate each other. You have a remote server and the machine which is acting as a server. The remote host and the server, they communicate each other. So this is a client server model. So stupid. CLIENT. And you have like the same as before. So what communication model FTP used for? I just Googled it. It's a client server model. I made it. I'm so bad at the spelling, client server model. Okay. So what is the name of one popular GUI FTP program? So the GUI FTP program, we can also look at the Google. What's the name of the one of the popular GUI FTP program. So if you go GUI FTP program name, then there's a 11 based FTP programs that we see. How many we have? WinSCP, we have core file LE, then have a Qt FTP, then CyberDuck, FileZilla, GFTP, Nutrisia, Transmit, mobile FTP client, file management, and the FTP on the go. But if you look over there, in here is end with the A, right? And it need how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you look over here, file management doesn't work. FTP on the go doesn't work. Transmit is not ending with the A. This is also not ending with the A. What is working with the A? FileZilla. Only the FileZilla can work as one popular GUI FTP program. Hit submit. Okay, that works perfect. Okay. The fourth one now is the which port of the FTP server is active on usually. So I know this is the 21's port they always use for usually, but if we submit, you see in here we said that there's a 3 word it should be. So I know this is the 21 TCP. What is TCP means? Let's check. TCP, transmission control protocol. So how the data will transfer from transmission, right? How the standard definition, like the transferring control protocol, like how they're secure, you know. So but there's a difference between the TCP and the UDP. So if you see TCP versus UDP, there's a two different stuff. The TCP is a connection oriented protocol, and while the UDP is a connection less protocol. So if you think like connection less, that might be like your FM radio or AM radio station. It's on the air, you just grab it and you just listen it, you know. There you don't need any require like any kind of connection. Then like all Wi-Fi is the connectionless protocol, like. But the TCP is need a required the connection, like when you're you know, there is a tool, two types of like is an Ethernet cable you just use to your internet to your computer, right? So you connect it with the Ethernet cable. That's a connection, TCP connection. But without the TCP connection, it should the UDP if it's wireless or if you use the Wi-Fi or something. So that's the 21 TCP, right? So we push submit, it works. Okay. What acronym is used for the secure version of TCP? What is the acronym of the version? Secure version FTP. Okay, so you see in here you see the secure. If you go any website, you see the HTTPS. HTTP, you can also go to the HTTP, not the S. Like you can put the HTTP semicolon, that's 2/, then whatever you like. But when you put the S, that means it make you more secure. They put like S sometimes before or after to make it more secure, you know. So if you need the secure one, we use S, then FT, FTP. SFTP is for stand for secure, then FTP, file transfer protocol. Okay, does work. What is the command we can use to test our connection to the target? We did it before, like how do you know that your connection is working or not? So our target machine is 10.129.66.176. If you go our terminal, and in here I just want to go to the root. So see, so how do I know our connection is working? So we can ping. So only the ping you can know like your connection is working or not. So in here, I don't know, sometimes I try to copy paste. Okay, now it's working. Ping, then you put our target machine's IP address. Click over here, you see, yeah, I get the response here. But you see that it takes a little bit time, but still working. The server is working. I just cancel Control C. That means our target machine is working. So how do I test? Ping, P-I-N-G, ping, submit. Okay, so from tax7 it says from your scan, what version is FTP running on your target? So our target machine is this one. What kind of version they're using from your scan? So I have to scan it. So how can I scan? We use a tool. It's called Nmap. Scan for like your target machine's information, like what port is open, or how can I target them? Like they give you a bunch of information. You have to look. You have to use for it, like to get the information. So for this terminal, I just use Nmap. For Nmap, then I need the versions. So S is a small letter and the V is a capital letter. Then I put like V. V is a small letter. It should be the small letter for this is used for like the version. Now I paste not this one. I need my IP address, the target machine's IP. I just taken here a second, and my IP is target machine's IP. Okay, that's my target machine's IP. I just why it's not copied? Yeah, it's copied. Then paste. Okay, perfect. In here, I just I got a bunch of information. Wow, it's so fast. Like wow, it takes only 1.97 seconds. So it gave me a bunch of information. Like I was starting Nmap. I using the Nmap version 7.91 version Nmap. And is scanning this one for 4 port. It has a 4 port, I guess. And honestly, I'm totally noob in this one, so I have so we have to check for everything. One server, one host, the complete Nmap scan report for this one. Host is up. Okay, not shows 99 close. Okay, so we know the great information in here is like a 999 close port. And the post-stage service version in here, there's a 21, the TCP port we used before, right? Which kind of the normal one we used, and is open port. You see the 29 port is open, and the version is here. It starts from the V, and the version is VS FTPD 3.0.3, right? So we just copy this one, and I don't know why I cannot use them okay. And then if you paste in here, we submit. Yeah, voila, it's working. So we know that now what version is the FTP running on the target machine. So now tux 8, 2 more tux. Okay, so what's the number 8? Tux 8 is from the scan what operating type of the running in the target machine. So we did it before, like for here we use the Nmap to use like every information from there for the target machine. So if you go to our terminal, we use the same method, Nmap. Then we put for the version, V should be the capital letter, then V small letter, then we put our target machine's IP address, which is 10.129.66.76. It takes a little bit time, and it's done. It takes 1 second. So our target machines using the service information here is a Unix operating system. So we can use Unix, UNIX. I think it should work. Yeah, perfect. So our operating system using the Unix machine. Now with our used to submit the root flag. Okay, perfect. So for the last one, I just want to delete this one. 50p. Okay, and here I'll just clear it. Perfect. Okay, so the last one we have the submit flag, submit the root flag. Okay, how do I know submit the root flag? So okay, it says the submit the root flag, the last one, the submit the root flag. That's the only last task we have to do. So for the last one, how do I submit the root flag? So we know this is the FTP server, right? FTP, then we put our IP address in here. the okay. So after I put this IP address, it asks me for the in here. That means like a username. What's the username? How do I know the username? Okay, so I use another terminal. How do I use the nmap again. Nmap, we know we used before this one for the version. We can run sc. Let's see if it works, and I'll explain what is svsc means. And paste. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I got it. So nmap, we use the nmap tools. V for version, you know that. So the sc is like a script where you can enumerate like the version that running in the server. Maybe it give you like extra information about whatever they're using for. Like we need an information. That's it. We have to figure out like you can use a lot of way how to use it. So this is like a script file that maybe used for your server name, like was the login address in here. You know, after you log, I did an FTP. The anonymous is the username, and it's a login allowed 26 that shows the time, and there's a flag road. You see is here there's a flag road which have the read and write access for the root user, and the read and write, right? So that's the username here. So we just copy this one, then we paste in here. Maybe that will work. Specify the password 303. Please specify the password. I don't know what the password is. Let's see, can I find it here? FTP scene stirred, connected to the FTP. Is there? It should be in here, like it should be in here. If it's not here, that means I don't think so it has any password. How about you can put in the blank and press enter? Oh yeah, that's perfect. We are inside the FTP server. Okay, perfect. So now we are inside the target machine. Let's see what is inside the target machine has. If we put the ls, you see we can see the flag text. Now we need the inside the text file and see what is the code in here. How do you know? You know that you can inside the cat file, use the cat to open the file. But here we know we're using the FTP file transfer protocol. We cannot we cannot open it. You can transfer it, but you cannot open it. So that's why we use get in here. Get means like you want to get the file in your computer, right? So I need to get this file, the flag file, flag.txt. Now I press enter. Okay, what do you say? Location remote. Okay, 200 port was common successfully. It passes through by 200 port. Transfer complete. Okay, so transfer completed. It's 22 bytes. Now we exit from this target machine. This is goodbye. Where I am. ls. Let's see, is it in here? Oh yeah, I got it. So it's here. Now if I see in ls, where you are now. So first you have to do this one before ls. So I'm in the root function. Let's see in my root function what it has the flag text, right? So flag text, how do I open? Now I can open the cat file, cat flag txt. Then see, that's inside my file. So I just copy this one. I don't know, can I copy or no? I don't know. Copy, then submit in here. Should work. Yeah, voila. So perfect. So that's the main things we have to do. That's a little bit that's like a little bit tough part to do it. So whenever you can do it, you are learning a lot, and make sure in here I did the sc for a script. It might be show you like what's the target machine's host was the target machine username or something, but yeah, that will work, I guess. But don't use it anywhere you want, like only for ethical hacking, for educational purpose. You can use for your friends, like you can check for your friends what is inside of it, but don't do it other than you ask for them. try to be ethical hacker, not like a bad guy in the back, right? Okay, so that's it for like our tasks is in here. For the Fawn, we have several of them, so maybe we have three left. We'll do it next, right? So that's it for now. See you then. Bye bye.